I'm in search of an old military base that kept this frontier desert town safe from Indian attacks in the 1800s. Fort Lowell is mostly forgotten today. You can literally see it melting into the earth. Look at that. It just melts. Most of what remains today is just ruins, but this was a really important fort at one point. It was relocated here from downtown Tucson in the 1870s to protect soldiers from disease, venereal disease, and to give it a better supply of water. Adobe ruins, once a part of the kitchens used at the fort. All right, cool. Over here is a wall. Damn, it's really in there. Ah, there you go. That's a good view. There's part of the old kitchens, apparently, that fed soldiers here. I've always been fascinated by the frontier, the military history of Arizona, the clash of cultures between Native Americans and Anglo settlers. Let's see what we have here. Here's a placard, Cavalry Barracks. All right, there you go. Here's something right here. There's part of the adobe wall, literally just melting into the earth. Look at that. Once a glorious structure, maybe not glorious, but once a structure stood here, and that's all that remains. The rest is just melted into a puddle in this whole area. All right, the Chief Trumpeter. Hey, that's cool, man. 1991. Look at that, that's neat. So as an Army guy, I can tell you that trumpeters are important, and we still have bugle calls, although they are recorded, of course, and we don't have some dude on horseback actually out playing the trumpet every day, at least not as far as I know. Here's the museum. Oh, this is great. Historical significance for thousands of years right here at the confluence of the Rito and Pantano. This is a reconstruction of the officer quarters. Ooh. In the park, you can also find the presence of Tucson's earliest people in the form of a Hohokam pit house from 1100 CE. We got to find that. These are all pecan trees. There's an old Hohokam pit house. Let's see if we can find it. Life in Hohokam village. Oh yeah, houses built in pits. So this was an ancient Hohokam pit house. It would have been sunk into the ground, and then it would have been covered over, and that was where people lived. Yeah, all right, so Cottonwood Lane right there. That's where we're gonna go in, the post hospital, the museum. Let's take a look at this. So originally established in Tucson in 1862, yeah, near downtown, that's what I remember. I believe this was one of the original features of the fort, Cottonwood Lane. Here's a sign that describes the old flagpole that was here. And this is interesting. But here's what's really interesting. Due to the difficulty of obtaining and transporting a one-piece flagpole, is constructed in two pieces, and you can really see it there. Imagine being the dude that had to go put those together. If you go check out my other long form video called Abandoned, it's about Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and I actually show a lot of the I actually show a lot of the old buildings, and it gives you a great sense of what a complete frontier military base still looks like, because Fort Huachuca has just been renovated for 150 years. Look at this guy. This guy's jamming over here. This is a city park. I'm allowed to make YouTube videos, and that dude's allowed to jam. So I guess we get some extra sound effects today. Just imagine, there's the old hospital. Back there was a row of officer houses, and here was soldier barracks. The parade field was here. Stables were out there, kitchens were out there. Here's the crown jewel of Fort Lowell. This is the old hospital. It's preserved really well, considering it probably sat out here for decades completely unprotected. You can actually see some graffiti in there where passers-by probably scratch their name. Don't be judgy, man, I get it. Humans do this, man, they always have. Check it out, it's really cool. Here's more information about it. It's the hospital. Ah, there's Cottonwood Lane. Look at that. That's exactly what I was saying. Look at those cottonwoods. There's the equinas that used to irrigate it. Now it's kind of a fake equinas. It was a really big area. So this is Craycroft Road. So today that area is all traffic. There's private property in these areas, but it used to just take up this whole area. This awning does a lot of work protecting it from the elements. Hey, there you go. A lot of these old historic sites like this have ancient graffiti. So this was unprotected for many decades. Do you think that wood is original? I don't know. I love these old Adobe buildings. Look at this, man. Look at the way the Adobe settled right there. That's cool. I'm so happy they protect this stuff. Just imagine, this was a full facility. Men who were wounded in combat came through here. Disease, all kinds of stuff. And what a difference you can see. This is unprotected out in the elements, and this is protected. And these are all an easy 3 to 4 feet higher. These are just melting back into the earth. You can literally see it melting into the earth. Look at that. It just melts. It's just like dirt clods. You ever make dirt clods as a kid? That's all Adobe really is. What a special treat that was. An old Army fort, which I knew we were gonna find. But on top of that, ancient Hohokam Native American ruins. I did not see that coming. And that, my friends, is why I love going on adventures, because today, even in 2026, you can come out here and find the unexpected. So get out there, enjoy your communities, enjoy the history that's available to you, and smash subscribe to join me on future adventures. Of course, I almost forgot that part. And always remember to be safe out there. We'll see you next time, friends.